So you're thinking about moving to Bend, or maybe you're here already and considering a lateral move of some kind this year in 2025. Today we're going to be touring a couple different little subdivisions, going through 3 different houses at different price points to give you a feel for what homes in a very central location right by the old mill. We're here, down here, right by the path. The river's right behind us. And we're going to be zipping up straight ahead, maybe a quarter mile or so, just kind of up on these bluffs. And there's multiple little subdivisions in there with fantastic neighborhoods, some older construction, some newer construction. We're going to show you what these price points of these homes look like in a very central location near the Old Mill District. So if a video like this sounds like it could be of service to you, stick around. We're getting into this tour right now.
If this is your first time on the channel and you'd like to know everything there is to know about eating, sleeping, playing, I forgot to say living, in Bend, Oregon, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about what the heck's going on here in Bend. My name is Zach Nutter. This is Ryan Rudloff. Both lived here in Bend for over 30 years. We're licensed brokers with eXp Realty, and we've really enjoyed our time living here, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We really love it. So if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'd love to connect with you, help you make the smooth move here to Bend. That being said, we're gonna jump in the truck. We're gonna head up, like Ryan said, maybe a quarter mile from here in this neighborhood that's really not well known. It's comprised of probably 3 or 4 different little subdivisions. There's a mix of older homes, newer homes. We're gonna show you 3 homes in there at different price points and kind of just tell you what they sold for, give you some specs, talk about the general area. So if that sounds like it's for you, we'll see you. We'll see you up the road. I'm having a hard time talking today, but we're not going to edit that. We're just going to leave it in because we're normal people.
That's right. That's right.
We'll see you guys at the first house.
Soon.
Bye. All right, so the first stop on our tour here of this neighborhood right by the Old Mill District is this amazing townhome behind us. 2,100 square feet on 0.1 of an acre, overlooks the old mill out there. Really neat location. I mean, this is so close to the old mill, it's unbelievable. It sold for $720,000 last year. It was on the market for about 30 days. So this is a townhome. It does have a shared wall. This will be the only townhome. And there's only a grouping of 5 of these units that are kind of on this strip here. This is its own little subdivision right here. So kind of a unique little area. This area that we'll pull up a little map of you kind of where we're at has 4 distinct little subdivisions in it. It's got a great location. You're so close to Blakely Park, Farewell Bend Park, River Bend Park, the Old Mill District, downtown. Such an awesome location. So this is definitely the least expensive on the tour we're gonna show you. There are some homes that have sold for less in this general area. There's been a couple in the 500,000s as of last year. So we're gonna show you, as we talked about, one in the 700,000, 900, and over $1 million. So on to the next house. We're gonna show you 2 more places and then just talk more about the general area. All right, so now we are in, what are this called? Millbrook Estates, is that what it was?
Brook Mill.
Brook Mill Estates. The house behind us is around 1,850 square feet, sold for $937,500 last year. Really nice newer construction home. Again, we are in such close proximity to the old mill district, but this is a single-story home. It's got some beautiful windows in it. It's a really fantastic home. So this is in that 900,000 range. This is a newer section. Where we were earlier was definitely the older section of this area, but it was a little closer to the old mill. This is still, I mean, maybe 100, 200, 300 feet further than away from the old mill, so we're still incredibly close. But this is a wonderful house behind us. It looks like they're going to be building eventually some more houses over here. There's some vacant land right here. I don't know when that's going to happen. The sign over here that we're looking at looks like it's sun faded and may not happen. It looks like there's 9 custom homes planned for this kind of area over here. But there's also some townhomes up there. It's a really neat area. You've got a mix of old and new. But yeah, so this house sold for $937,500 and about 1,850 square feet.
Yeah, this location here, you're buying the location. The house is fantastic too. It's great. It's in great shape, brand new home or newer home, but you're ultimately buying the location here in Bend, the prime area here where maybe 2 minutes of a drive to the old mill, if that, and then without the use of a car, we're looking at maybe 5 minutes to get down to all the amenities that the old mill has to offer. Beyond that's going to be the box factory. A little bit beyond that is going to be downtown, so it's very, very central. If you head westbound at the roundabout down here, which is Reed Market, where it meets Brookswood Boulevard, you head west on that, that's going to take you to the west side of Bend. It's also the gateway to Century Drive, the Cascade Lake Scenic Byway. So ultimately speaking, when you're paying a price point for a home like this one right here, it's based off of its absolute central location.
So we're on to our last stop. This is going to be a house that was sold a little over $1.1 million. It's got an ADU. We're super excited to show you. And then we are going to show you how close it is to the old mill. I can't talk today, Ryan. We're going to show, sorry guys. We're going to show you, we're just going to take a drive and we're going to show you how far it is to the old mill. So you can really get an idea of how close this is to all the action in Bend. So on to the next, guys. We'll see you at the next house. Okay, so we are at our last house that we wanted to show you in this area that's so close to the old mill district. This house behind us, just over 2,000 square feet with a additional 500 feet of an ADU. It was it sold, sorry, at 1.17, almost 1.175 million, almost $1.2 million. It's a beautiful house. It's got this brick front. It's just very custom compared to what you see normally. It's just different, sticks out a little bit. Very well done, very well taken care of. Beautiful house. Yeah, I love this one. It's on 0.14 of an acre, but an absolute gorgeous house with a little twist, having that ADU. That's something that a lot of people are looking for these days. So a little different. There's been quite a few houses that I've seen in this neighborhood that have ADUs, so really cool house. Yeah. What else do you have to say about this general area?
Again, it just goes back to the proximity to everything. We talked about just how close it is to the old mill. We're going to get back into the truck and go down there and finish the video where we started it, just to give you guys an understanding of just how close these neighborhoods and these homes are to just about all the amenities that make Bend what it truly is. Like, this is one of those neighborhoods here where you could just come out on the front porch of a home during the summer and just listen to one of the concerts and actually hear the music pretty clearly. That's how close you are to the amphitheater down there. And so what we'll do is we'll just hop back in the truck right now, wrap this thing up down in the old mill where we started it, so to give you that perspective of just how centrally located this neighborhood is.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll see you down there. So we made it back down here. We promised to show you how far it took to get from that neighborhood down to the old mill district. As you can see, it did not take very long at all. We're standing on this little pedestrian bridge that crosses you from one side of the river to the other. Behind us, you have Hayden Homes Amphitheater. On this side, you have a ton of great shopping and restaurants. This area is super desirable. The neighborhood that we just showed you is not very well known, and that's why we wanted to show it to you. We try to bring you guys as much stuff as possible that everybody's not talking about. You know, everybody knows where the old mill is, knows downtown, all of that stuff, but we want to show you some of the kind of hidden gems that are nearby these areas that you might have an opportunity to find something that fits your needs. So thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you guys, and as always, it starts with you guys reaching out to us, so call us, text us, email us, set up a Zoom, or if you're local, we'll go get coffee somewhere. We can talk about your situation to figure out what the next course of action should be. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Thanks, guys.